Hey folks, Michael McGee here. In today's video, we're going to take a goose that has been aging on ice for 2.5 weeks. We're going to take that bird. It's been plucked, 100% plucked. There's no feathers on it, but it's not skinned. It's still got the skin on it. And we're going to take that bird and we're going to bake it. Just like the old Christmas geese in the olden days. I do wish we had plum pudding with it this time, but I don't think we're gonna have plum pudding with it. But let's get in the house and get to wrapping this bird up. I'm gonna show you how to make a goose good. All right, for this recipe, you wanna wrap it up. You have got to conserve moisture in this. You do not want your goose to dry out. Your goose is already going to be naturally dry because it's so lean. And the moisture that you add from the grease is going to need to stay in there and cook in with this bird. For our grease, we are actually going to stuff this bird with sausage. I bought some hot Swaggerty sausage here. I got 2 rolls of it. So we're going to put the bird in here and get to work. All right, we're going to cut this sausage open. We're going to use the entire roll, and I think I'll be able to fit both of these rolls of sausage in this bird. You want to stuff him completely full. Don't leave any gaps if you can help it. An entire roll of sausage in the hatch right there. Just mash it down so that it fills that area and leaves you room for your other roll. Let's put the other roll of sausage in there real quick. All right. Right in there with it. Look at that. Just whammo. We are going to use pink Himalayan salt. Now when you're doing a big bird like this, you don't worry about just barely sprinkling some salt on there. It's going to go away. You're not even going to realize you salted anything. So salt these boogers down pretty good and rub that salt into the skin. That way, when you cut this thing open, after it is finished cooking, the inside will have a little salt permeated down in there, but it's not going to have a whole lot. That sausage is going to help. The salt on the outside is going to help. We're going to take some fresh cracked pepper. We're going simple. This is supposed to be a simple recipe. If you try to make it too fancy by putting a bunch of other spices on there, you're going to make it to where it don't taste good. The sausage, the salt, the pepper, that's all you need for a grand and glorious goose. So we're going to wrap this bird up now. You want to wrap it up as tight as you can possibly wrap it to hold them juices in. All right, it is 11:20 in the morning. We're gonna throw some firewood in the stove and get that thing at least to 350, and we're gonna try to cook that goose from 11:20 basically in the morning till supper time, which we usually eat at 6. So the temperature on a wood stove fluctuates as the fire fluctuates a little bit, so it's not, thankfully it don't have to be so technical that it has to be right on a certain temperature. And sometimes when it drops down to a lower temperature and cooks a little slower at times, it really doesn't hurt anything, probably makes it better. So it's going to be a little bit later this evening and we're going to gather around and eat this bird. So, all right guys, we got the goose out. Let's try it out and see what we got here. You never know when you open it up what you're going to get. Oh man. That is looking good. Look at that steam just rising up. All right, let's cut into this thing. All right, we got a sad boy laying over there in bed sick. Old Matthew, he's got the flu, so I don't know, he won't be over here helping us test it out here like normal. But the rest of us are gonna get with it and see how it is. Man, does that ever look good. Caleb said it looks like Rib City. All right, guys, let's cut this up. But man, I'm telling you what, right now, it's tender. It ought to be tender at age for 2.5 weeks on that ice. And that sausage, oh, it smells good. And it is cooked into this meat. All right, guys. Try it out. You want a fork? That's good. That's tender right there. The goose meat that we did in the country fried steak, it's more tender than that, I can tell you right now. That is some good eating right there. If you get you a goose, age it on ice, stuff it with sausage, throw you some salt, throw you some pepper on that thing, bake that in the oven. I'm gonna say at 300 for 5 hours, 6 hours, that's roughly. We had it on 350 and we'd check, it'd be on 200 and we'd get the fire going, get it back up to 350 and then, that don't hurt it none. It was perfect. I mean, it is so good. So, if you get a chance to do that, do it. We appreciate you watching this video. We're gonna get on out of here. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.